All right, simple. It's not easy. I understand that, especially when you take it to a higher and higher level. But these are the 5 best ways to build muscle when you're older. In this video, I want to talk about the 5 best ways to build a muscle when you're older. The 5 best ways to build muscle when you're older. Is it possible now that you're older? Can you build muscle? If you listen to some of the younger, passionate fitness experts, right, they're 25 years old, they never thought they would ever reach their 50s. That's old to them. They might tell you that you can't build muscle at this age. Is it possible? What do you have to do? I want you to tell me how comfortable you are with the process, your training process. What do you have to do to build muscle now that you're older? Do you think it's possible? Post down in the comment section below if you think it's possible, what your challenges have been. Have you been successful? I want to hear what you have to say. I want you to learn from other men that have your experience too, trying to pack on muscle now that you're a little bit older. Hey, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure that you set your notifications so every time that I post a video, you'll be alerted. All right, so make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure that you set your notifications. So can you build muscle now that you're a little bit older? I want to give you the 5 best ways to build muscle when you're older. Number 1 is that you have to overload the muscle. You have to tax it. You have to demand more. The muscle's not going to grow unless you create the demand. Progressive overload. That means that when you're in the gym, you're not just doing the routine. You're just not making sure you complete all the sets, that you're hitting a certain amount of reps and then stopping. Every single set has to be performed that you're doing more than last time. Progressive overload, it's the key to building muscle, no matter how old you are, what stage of training you are. Whether you're new now that you're a little bit older, or you've been training for 15 years. Progressive overload is the key. You gotta demand yourself to do 1 more rep, 5 more pounds. Right? And when you can't do that anymore, which you'll top out with that, there's always better form, feel, and connection. There's always mind-muscle connection. So progressive overload is one of the best ways to build muscle when you're older. Number 2, to make sure that you're progressing, you always want to make sure that you have structure. All right, you don't want to switch your routines around too often. A lot of men feel they have to confuse their muscles and change the routine off, and maybe that's the reason why they aren't growing the muscle that they want. You got to have some structure so that you have a planned attack for that overload. And you have to track and monitor. So you don't want to change your routines too often. So as you go for that progressive overload to create the standards and beat those standards, you have to have structure. And you have to have structure long enough, not only to beat what you've done physically, but mentally and emotionally. It's part of the process too. And then track your progress so that you make sure that you are doing that progressive overload. Intensity is the key to training. You hear that all the time, but what exactly does that mean? You should be striving to get more done in less time, all right? Instead of just, doing more. It sounds like that's the approach, but it's actually condensing in a shorter amount of time, less sets, less reps even, right? Less volume to create those standards and then raising those standards all the time. So instead of doing more and thinking like, instead of an hour-long workout, you're going to go 2 hours. Instead of doing 5 days, you're going to do 7 because you want to build that muscle. You have to go on a journey to do less. It's not more that's better, better is better. So strive for that intensity and do more in less time. Number 3 is sound eating habits are so important to the process. I know you hear that, right? But you got to eat to build that muscle. Eat to stay lean, to show the muscle. Eating. A lot of men are willing to do the work in the gym, to work really hard in the gym. Look for training routines, tweak the training routines, take those higher and higher level, feel really accomplished with their workout routines. And they admittedly don't back it up with those nutritional habits. You're not going to build that muscle without more attention. to your eating habits. Now, a couple of things that men get overwhelmed with the eating process. They worry about things like the macronutrient ratios, like if they don't have the right exact macronutrient ratio between protein, carbs, and fats, then that's the reason when they look in the mirror. That's the reason why they're not building the muscle that they want. That is not it. That is not it. Putting too much importance, being overly concerned with the exact macronutrient ratio, don't let that hold you back. All right. Also, protein consumption. A lot of guys ask the question, well, I hear I should eat this much protein or that much protein. And maybe that's the reason why you can't build muscle now that you're a little bit older. You know, whether you have on the low end or the high end of all the recommendations, that's not the reason. If you are consistent with your eating habits and you're doing all these things that I say, these basic organizing principles to building muscle when you're older, you'll get it done. You can make adjustments. It's not like it's all or nothing. If I don't have the right amount of grams per pound per protein, because you hear so many things, that I'm not building muscle, and maybe that's the reason why I'm having a challenge. That's not it. All right, so don't get overly concerned with the macronutrient ratio. Don't get overly concerned that you don't have that exact amount of protein, grams per body weight, because here's so many things. You be consistent with those calories, consistent with your efforts, and continually raise those standards. For a lot of men, that is going to be the key, their nutritional habits. All right, number 4, you got to be consistent. You got to have standards, you got to raise those standards. If you're not getting the results you want, and you're consistent with your diet, let's just say 4 out of 7 days, or you're doing pretty well in the gym with what we're talking about, progressive overload with that intensity, and you're still not getting the results, raise your standards. Raise your standards with consistency. Always ask for more. Consistency is so important to the process, just like most things in life. And number 5 is rest. Rest and recovery, right? You gotta initiate the process with the overload training, with intensity, with consistency, back it up with nutrition. And then more isn't better, right? Better is better. I'm sharing with you the 5 best ways to build muscle when you're older. And when you condense that down, you ask for more efficiency, effectiveness, higher standards with the things that I'm talking about, you can rest and recover and let your body fully recover, and then it will build muscle. Rest, a lot of times when you're overly ambitious, you want to work out for a couple hours, 7 days a week. That sounds like it's good, but it's actually counterproductive. You want to get that rest. 2 solid days of rest from weight training will really help you. And again, when you force yourself with a deadline, you got to get it done in those 5 days or less, you'll find out that rest is really helping you push forward. And we need that now that we're a little bit older, right? So how are you doing? How are you doing with these things? Were you looking for magical strategies? These are the organizing principles that you have to take to higher and higher standards. So post down in the comments section. Are these the things that you're focusing on? Did you realize it could be this simple? All right, simple. It's not easy. I understand that, especially when you take it to a higher and higher level. But these are the 5 best ways to build muscle when you're older. All right, so post down in the comment section. What are your thoughts? What are you doing? Do you have any follow-up questions? I want to answer those for you. I want to help you with this journey, right? You hear all this information, you're loving what I'm sharing with you with these strategies, training and eating that are specifically designed for older men. So I want to help you with some one-on-one attention. I've created an ultimate coaching experience for you. So not only do you get this information in a steady flow, 12 modules of training, eating, mindset, strategies, motivation, 12 modules, 11 hours of audio recordings, a 90-minute video that addresses the biggest challenges that older men face, and I give you their solutions. A 90-minute video, 11 hours over 12 modules of training, eating, nutrition, mindset, and strategies and systems. You get one-on-one time with me. This is only for a limited time. I want you to go to Solutions with Skip. The biggest fitness challenges that older men face and their solutions. That's what I call it. It's an ultimate coaching experience. You and me get one-on-one time so I can meet you where you are with one-on-one attention. All right, the call is recorded. All right, so you can take everything that you hear and learn and you can apply it where you are now, point A, to get to your point B. Everybody's different, and that's why the one-on-one attention, it's just so powerful with this process. So go to solutionswithskip.com. Right when you enroll, you'll get immediate access into all the information, the video, the 12 modules, the 11 hours of audio, and then I'll reach out to you personally to set up our one-on-one time together. right? So go to Solutions with Skip. Jump on that now. It's only for a limited time because of the one-on-one attention that you'll get through our one-on-one coaching, right? Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure you set the notifications so that every time that I go live on any of my social media platforms, I post, but also when I post another video right here on YouTube, that you'll be notified so you can not miss anything that I have to offer. I am obsessed with helping you, if you're a little bit older, with a busy, productive lives, build that muscle. So these are the 5 best ways to build muscle when you're older. I have other videos that I want you to see that will really complement everything that I'm saying and get into more and more detail into some of these 5 principles. So let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.